Shalom, and I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, and Mashiach, and double honors to the elders of GMS and all the Alchemy out there pushing the truth throughout the four corners of the earth. And I'm making this video here to basically, discredit and to, try to obliviate and embarrass this sun god worship, this Egyptology, this cosmic slop that this Pan-Africanism bullcrap is spewing to the black community. It's garbage and it's hogwash. And I'm gonna try to get through this as much information as I can, as fast as I can, because I don't want to, bore you with all these big words and going into the, how the process of the star is born and then it phases out. But this is the God that Polite worships, which this is no more than the creation of the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, and the Alahayim, the powers of the heavens, the angels, and the Most High who created the universe. And the star is no more than another creation of the Most High. And is the creation greater than the Creator? No, never has and never will be. So going into this, I'm gonna break Polite's God down. And so if your God can live and then die and phase out, you have a pathetic God that you serve. And right here, you've got different classes of stars. You've got class 0, class B, class A, class F, class G, class K, and class M. Now, which one of the classes of the sun gods do you worship? Polite, for you're in the Milky Way galaxy. This is the name of this solar systems, and there are many solar systems and many suns. So, I'd like to see the video that your son took you to different galaxies and different universes and showed you and broke down the science of the universe. I'd like to see that video. But this is basically going into the birth process of a star. And first, it starts out as a nuclear furnace. A star is like a gigantic nuclear furnace. The nuclear reactions inside convert hydrogen into helium by means of a process known as fusion. It is this nuclear reaction that gives a star its energy. Fusion takes place when the nuclei of hydrogen atoms with one proton each fuse together to form helium atoms with 2 protons. A standard hydrogen atom has 1 proton in its nucleus. There are 2 isotypes of hydrogen, which also contain 1 proton, but contain neutrons as well. Deuterium contains 1 neutron, with tritium contains 2. Deep within the star, Shalakia, a deuterium atom combines with a deuterium atom. This forms a helium atom and an extra neutron. In the process, an incredible amount of energy is released. When the star's supply of hydrogen is used up, it begins to convert helium into oxygen and carbon. If the star is massive enough, it will continue until it converts carbon and hydrogen into neon, sodium, magnesium, sulfur, and silicon. Eventually, these elements are transformed into calcium, iron, nickel, chromium, copper, and others until iron is formed. When the core becomes primarily iron, the star's nuclear reaction can no longer continue. This is because the temperature required to fuse iron is much too great. The inward pressure of gravity becomes stronger than the outward pressure of nuclear reaction. The star collapses in on itself. What happens next depends on the star's original mass. The cycle of life of a star. And the sun is nothing more than a star. If Polite didn't know that. Stars begin their lives as clouds of dust and gas called nebula. The gravity of a passing star or the shock wave from a nearby supernova may cause a nebula to contract. Matter in the gas cloud will begin to coalesce into a dense region called a protostar. As a protostar continues to condense, it heats up. Eventually, it reaches a critical mass and nuclear fusion begins. This begins the main sequence phase of the star. It will spend most of its life in this stable phase. The lifespan of a star depends on its size. Very large, massive stars burn their fuel much faster than smaller stars. Their main sequence may last only a few 100,000 years. Smaller stars will live on for billions of years because they burn their fuel much more slowly. Eventually, the star's fuel will begin to run out. It will expand into what is known as a red giant. Massive stars will become red supergiants. This phase will last until the star exhausts its remaining fuel. At this point, the pressure of the nuclear reaction is not strong enough to equalize the force of gravity, and the star will collapse. Most average stars will blow away their outer atmospheres to form a planetary nebula. Their cores will remain behind and burn as a white dwarf until they cool down. What will be left is a dark ball of matter known as a black dwarf. If the star is massive enough, the collapse will trigger a violent explosion known as a supernova. If the remaining mass of the star is about 1.4 times that of our sun, the core is unable to support itself and will collapse further to become a neutron star. The matter inside the star will be compressed so tightly that the atoms are compacted into a dense shell of neutrons. If the remaining mass of the star is more than about 3 times that of the sun, it will collapse so completely that it will literally disappear from the universe. Man, what a God you serve, polite, where it starts as a ball of gas, then starts to get matter, and only lives so long, longer than any human will, but not longer than the Most High Power. Because the Most High Power created these things. And so, to finish reading the last sentence of this paragraph, what is left behind is an intense region of gravity called a black hole. So that is the process in life of the God that you serve, polite. And here's a little chart right here that shows you 2 ways that a star can go, or two ways that a star can be created and then blow out. So you got it starts out at a stellar nebula, forgive me. Then it goes into an average star, a red giant, a planetary nebula, and then a white dwarf. Then this phase right here is massive star, red supergiant, a supernova, and then a black hole. And then right in the middle of this is a neutron star, right here. So either one of these phases, this star can go through. And right here quickly, I'm not going to read all this. There's different types of star. The main sequence stars, and then you got red giants, white dwarfs, brown dwarfs, variable stars, and a binary star. The star that is in our solar system, what we call the sun, is a main sequence star. The main sequence star is the point of a star's evolution during which it maintains a stable nuclear reaction. Our star is in a stable nuclear reaction. It is this stage during which a star will spend most of its life. Our sun is a main sequence star. A main sequence star will experience only small fluctuations in luminosity and temperature. The amount of time a star spends in this phase depends on its mass. Large, massive stars will have a short main sequence stage, while less massive stars will remain in a main sequence much longer. Very massive stars will exhaust their fuel in only a few 100 million years, small, according to the Esau the white man. But smaller stars like the sun will burn for several billion years during their main sequence stage. Very massive stars will become blue. Now, I don't believe in all the million years and stuff like that. I believe in the scriptures, and this universe is only been here as long as the Most High has wanted to. The universe itself may be that long, but as far as the creation of man and our planet and whatnot, I don't believe that. But this is just going to show, and also applied, if you really want to know, a white star or a blue star burns hotter than our sun. So you need to abandon this main sequence star that's in our solar system, and I think you should go after a white dwarf, because that burns hotter than our sun. So you've chosen a lesser god. So I just wanted to break this down to show you how silly this constellation and sun worship is, and this Egyptology bullshit is. And I'm going to go into a scripture real quick, because It says in Genesis chapter 1, starting at verse 14, and Yahweh said, let there be light in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years, and let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And Yahweh made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And the Most High set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. So these were created to, the moon and the stars and stuff was created to give light upon the earth. And the moon in our solar system that rotates around our earth is to help us keep the Sabbath. So this thing was made for mankind's sake and Israel's sake. You know, not to be worshipped. Because the scriptures forewarn us not to worship the constellations. So, and to get into star worship. So, also one more scripture, and I'm going to close out here. Hebrews 11 and 8. It says that Yahweh Shai is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Yahweh Shai didn't start out as a ball of gas, and then eventually he's going to burn out. He is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Hebrews 11 and 8. And with that being said, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, Aman. Be blessed, Israel.